and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to show you how to tack up your horse Western. I have Roman with me today, and first things first, what you're going to want to do before you even think about saddling your horse is you're going to want to groom them. I will have the link to that video that I made on how to groom a horse up in the corner. But after you have properly groomed them and you are sure that there is no dirt on their body, then you can go ahead and start tacking up. So first thing you need to have to tack up your horse is a saddle pad. This is a saddle pad, and you can tell it is a pad because it has the padding underneath it. There is two types of saddle pads that you can use for Western riding. You have a saddle pad, and then you have a saddle blanket. The saddle blankets do not provide much cushion between the back of the horse and the saddle at all. Saddle pads have that padding between the saddle and their back and gives them a little extra cushion. So all you're going to do is you're just going to throw it up on their back. Make sure that the top is right where his withers start, because once I throw my saddle on, I'm going to slide it back into place. Next thing to get is your saddle, and all you're going to do is you're just going to throw it up on their back. You don't want to flop it down, you just want to kind of set it down nicely. Let down your girth and your back cinch. You want to make sure your saddle is in the correct position before you start tying anything down. And then you'll take your breast strap, or your breast collar, or whatever you want to call it, and you will go underneath the horse and around to the other side. So you want to make sure that your breast collar is tight enough to where your saddle is not going to slide back on your horse's back too far and cause them pain while riding. This looks pretty good. Next, I'm going to take my stirrup. I flip it over the saddle so it's out of the way. And then this, I have it to where I can just pull it, and it comes right out. Then you're going to take your girth, pull it under the belly, and then you will do it, and then you'll do up your girth. This is a girth that has holes in it, so I could take the buckle and buckle it in the holes, but I choose not to do that, so you'll go around once, pull it. You do not get it very snug at this point, and you'll go for the second time. You want to make sure that as you're doing this up, the way I'm going to do it, you want to make sure that you can get your fingers underneath your ring, so that way you can get your billet around. And what most people would do, they would find a hole, stick the buckle in it, and leave it. I don't do that because this saddle does not fit my horse's right where I can do that. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this piece, go across, make a 4, and then take it up under your D-ring again like such, and then you take it down through like that, and that's how you make sure your girth's going to stay secure. Now is the point to where you're going to want to tighten it. So you'll take this loop and you'll pull up. And as you pull, this is going to get bigger, so you'll take this part and pull it up, make it smaller, and you're just going to continue doing that until you think that your girth is tight and your saddle's not going to go anywhere. Most horses, when you go to saddle, they immediately puff out air, so you can't get your girth very tight. So what I normally do is I'll get their girth tight, and then I'll sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll tighten it again. Last thing you need to do, of course, watching for their feet as they kick the flies, you want to reach under and grab your back cinch, and you want to do this up. This is completely optional. You do not have to have a back cinch or a breast collar for a Western saddle. Really all you have to have is this part right here. This is to ensure that if you're going on a trail ride, your saddle's not going to keep going up and down and up and down. And this part is to keep your saddle from sliding back on the horse too far and causing them pain. Once you have all that done, you take your front breast collar, stick it between their legs, and clip it. Once you have all that done, you are good to ride. You want to make sure that everything is good, and you want to make sure that your saddle is nice and tight before you ride. So I will tighten it even more before I get on. Then you let your stirrup down very easily so it doesn't whack them on their side and it doesn't spook them. Last step for Western riding is the bridle. The way I do my bridles is I put the reins over my horse's head first, then I'll take off their halter. Because you want to make sure that once you take this halter off, you have a way to control them. Because some horses, if you take their halter off and you don't have a way to control them, they're going to take off and you're probably not going to catch them. He's really good about it, so I normally don't have to worry about him running off. But all you do, you grab their nose and you hold the bit in your mouth, in your hand, and you just guide it in their mouth. If they won't open, stick your thumb in their mouth and they'll just open right up. You know what you gotta do? Pull the ears through. And that's all there is to it. He's good to go. You can put boots on if you choose. I normally don't ride with boots because I ride in a field and I don't normally have that much of a cause for them. But you want to make sure that you spray your horse with fly spray before you ride to minimize the chances of them getting bit or hurt and them kicking the whole time you're riding. So, spray with fly spray and you're good to go. Whenever you're ready to untack, I start with the girth first. I will unclip the breast part first, so that hangs. Then I'll do my back cinch. And if you'll notice, this right here, I'm going to leave it on. You don't have to, but I leave it on. Then you just let that down. You put your stirrup up. And then just like before, you loosen it. You pull the flat piece first, and that loosens it. And then you'll pull it out. And then you pull this. It doesn't look like it's loosening. And you pull the second time, and you can see the girth slowly start to come out. So then you take that out. I take this, and I put it back through my D-ring, and I pull it to where the bottom of it matches right there. And I just let that hang. Then undo your breast collar. Some people throw this up over their saddle. I do not. I buckle it and then I stick this part over the horn so it stays out of the way. Then you let your saddle down and you put your cinch and your back cinch together and buckle it up on the other side, and then you pull it off. And that's all there is to that. So then you grab the saddle horn and the cantle and you pull it off. And this is what I was talking about for your Western saddle. This part right here is for you to buckle your girths to, so that way they're not flopping on the ground. And I separate my saddle pad from my saddle whenever I go to put it up, because I flip my saddle pad upside down so it can air out properly.